This video is to improve the understanding of about the Google Lunar X Prize LEGO Mindstorm Moonbot Challenge competition, which we are participating. We would like to thank everyone that have helped us and motivate us during this month, especially to the more than 50 persons that came to see us in our presentation the 12th of November at the Colegio Ingenieros. We would like to thank Google X Prize, LEGO, and all the sponsors for the opportunity to participate in the competition. Our team is made by 4 students of the Wenlock School from Santiago, Chile. Alberto Diviase, 16 years old, second medio, students from 10th grade. Agustin Marinovich, 16 years old, second medio or 10th grade. Felipe Diviase, 14 years, 8 básico or 8th grade. Martin Diviase, 9 years old, and 3rd básico or 3rd grade. The team captain is Aldo Diviase, an electric engineer who also gives class on robotics to kids. He is the father of 3 members of the team. Google Lunar X Prize LEGO Mindstorm Moonbot Challenge is an international competition for students from 9 to 18 years old, which objective is to design and build an ultimate lunar landscape where a LEGO Mindstorm robot develop and simulate a lunar mission. The challenge is considered as an ability game, and it is being designed for teams to learn about robotics and teamwork while creating enthusiasm for the lunar exploration. Google Lunar X Prize LEGO Mindstorm Moonbot Challenge is related with the competition Google Lunar X Prize, which objective is to send a lunar rover by a private team to develop a mission. This will lead to commercial exploration of the moon by reducing the traveling cost. Google Lunar X Prize tries to connect and excite people on the space exploration, science and education, taking advantages of the new tools for creation and distribution of knowledge. Moonbot Challenge is divided in 2 phases. In the first one, around 150 teams participate from all around the world. Each team had to answer 3 questions. If you could create an ultimate landscape for a LEGO Mindstorm robot to move and do missions, how would it be? We imagined a landscape prepared for human life. It would have extractors for cleaning water, generate oxygen, and produce food. We would use solar panels to produce and save energy in batteries. We would do this in the lunar sea, because it is a flat surface where it is easier to build. Where the team think they could develop a live presentation of the simulation and why. We think that this place should be an interesting and fun, but we mostly want to show our work to people that is interested in science and technology. We thought of the Colegio Ingenieros in Chile. It's the best place. In this place, many engineers and students get together in seminars and activities for themselves or their families to spread them about science and technology. It's a really interesting place and really entertaining too. We have been to many talks and seminars, all of them were really interesting. Create a video to answer the question: if you go to the moon, would you live and why? Our video is the construction of a greenhouse in the moon. For this, we obtained 2 many objectives. This first is that we will be possible to study the growing and development of plants in the moon. The second is that we will be the start of human base in the moon. In the greenhouse, we would study the tuna cactus because it requires a small amount of water to grow, but it still creates a nutritive fruit. Also, we would study the soybean plant because even though it requires a lot of water to grow, its spinach has a lot of proteins and can replace meat. The complete answer for our first phase can be seen on the description. With these answers, we were selected among the 13 groups that participate in the final phase of the competition. This final phase consisted in 2 parts. In the first one, we had to send the objective, the rules of the games that the LEGO Mindstorm would simulate a lunar mission. With this, we also had to send and design a LEGO landscape where the robot would develop the game. Our game had 2 main objectives: to show that the moon is from the whole humanity. For that, we create the Neil Armstrong Park with all the elements that were left in the moon. like the footprint, the flags, or the rover. This park should be taken care to prevent other robots to damage or contaminate this place. A greenhouse could let plants develop and grow, tuna cactus and soybean plant. The game was designed in 2 levels, being an advanced mode for people with experience to use LEGO Mindstorms, while the novice level was made for people with less knowledge and for people who are recently starting to know about LEGO Mindstorms. The following tables summarize the mission is the advanced level. Novice level is the same but without penalties. So we think that this is important for other people to develop this game. We decided to give the biggest amount of information about this. And this is why you can find the objective and rules in many languages such as English, Spanish, Italian, French, Hebrew, and Portuguese. The description of the landscape can be found in English and Spanish. Also, you can find a virtual design using SketchUp and instruction for building the main structures using LEGO pieces and the robot we made. Then we built the landscape where the game is going to develop the mission, and then we designed, built, programmed the robot. But between this, we had the opportunity to make a presentation about our work in the competition in a seminar about astronomy in Chile, on the 17th of October in the Colegio de Ingenieros. The seminar was focused on how astronomy has developed in Chile and its past and future impact in the technology development of our country. We should recall that in Chile are the main telescope in the southern hemisphere and some of the biggest in the world. We placed the only stand in this event, showing the Milkybots challenge on the infinity of things you can do with LEGO Mindstorms. The public, which were mostly engineers and astronomers, were really fascinated with this and did a lot of questions and commentaries. We talked to many of them and showed to them what we had until the moment. It ended being really interesting to share our objective in the competition with them and also the objective of our game. But what caught most of their attention were the robots we built. A robotic arm that played Angry Birds, a multifunctional robot, a joystick to control the arm and the multifunctional robot. Also, in our stand, there was a constant video showing our work and the possibilities with Mindstorm. After these activities, we participate preparing the final presentation for the huge tour of the Milkybots Challenge. But our classmates from World School had a surprise for us. They wanted us to make a presentation to them. We likely accepted because this could also let us train for the final presentation, and also we showed our passion to people from the school. This is why we made a presentation in school that the same day, Monday 12 in the morning. The presentation was exactly the same, with the only difference that it was made in English, because in our school all the activities are in English. The final presentation with the huge of the Milkybots Challenge is also on the 12th of November, in the afternoon, when we did our final presentation in the Colegio de Ingenieros, in front of an audience of 60 people that went just to see us. As not all of them totally understand English, that presentation was made in Spanish. We'll really thank Milkybots Challenge for letting huge Leo Camacho to huge our presentation because he speaks our language, Spanish. In both presentation, World School and Colegio Ingenieros, the structure of the presentation was the same. We started with a review of the competition, its objectives, and the phases of and our participation in it. Then we described our landscape and the missions to be developed. To show that the game isn't just fun, we emphasize in our two main ideas. That the moon is a heritage of the world and not from a single person by using the Neil Armstrong Park, and that the greenhouse would help humanity study how plants grow on the moon and create a future lunar base in the moon. Then we let the robot solve the missions in the planet's mode, but due to the previous factors was not possible. But then we reviewed the program and we had best results. A video with the robot completing the missions can be seen on the description. In both cases, the presentation had some really interesting questions from the audience. Finally, in both presentations, we gave the opportunities to some of the people, the audience, to control the robot with a remote control built with Lego Mindstorm, so they could try and solve some of the missions. With this, we wanted them to be a part of our hobby for robots, and to show them some challenge and opportunities on robotics and space exploration. Considering that the free presentation were a total success of all assistants, we are really interested to participate. They expressed us their support and encouraged us to continue with these activities.